I am doing a little purging in my skincare and makeup this morning. I do not own a lot. I own more than I ever have in my youth. I think I probably have more brushes than anything because they just accumulate. And honestly, I could probably purge those as well. But I feel like it's good to have those on hand in case I need them. As far as product though, I feel pretty balanced. I am purging a few things this morning though. I am getting rid of some things that I have either used a lot in the past but stopped using once I got a replacement, or have used once or twice, or have used never, and it's just, or that I know I'm never going to use even though I just got it. I bought it for myself as a stocking stuffer, and once I saw it, I was like, I'm never using this. These colors are just not me at all. So let me show you what I'm getting rid of first. This little Thrive pencil, which it looks so beautiful online when you put it around your whole eye, in the corner, a little bit on the bottom. It just highlights and brings your eye out so pretty. But the light pink shimmer color makes me feel like high school. So I just would have preferred a darker color. Not dark, but just like slightly darker pink. Still light, but darker than this. Like this is like on the metallic end, which it's just not getting used for that reason. These three brushes, they just sit there and don't get used. It's like, why do I hang on to them? This clear mascara that I thought would be fun for just at home, but it gets kind of like gel when it dries in your hair. It's like white flakes. That's what happens with this. So then it looks terrible, and it's too thin. It has no hold. So you're literally just like wetting your lashes and then they dry and get flaky. So it doesn't provide the same look of a lash, just natural. So didn't live up to my hopes and expectations. And then these two things, these were experiments. It's a e.l.f. contour thing, which I have never contoured. I just wanted to see what it was like. Never use it. It's just not even part of my steps. It's just a waste of money. And then this e.l.f. little glow highlight, which is pretty and I like it, but I don't really ever do that. And I feel like my blush has enough glow in it to where I don't want extra. It just looks too, I don't know, it's just not for me. Eyeshadow palettes. I got two of the same because I use like one color like crazy, and then when that one color runs out, I would get another one. So it's the Natural Nudes, Maybelline. And then I got this one at Aldi, this like right before Christmas, and I put it in my stocking. But look at these colors. They are so yellowish. They're not enough nudes, and I feel like the neutral nudes is what looks best on me. These have some orange and yellow undertones that I do not prefer. I definitely prefer the brown and the pink undertones, and I know that that will just sit here forever. This is the one I got, and I am keeping all of the pink and brown undertone colors. These get used quite a bit, obviously. This third one gets used the most. It's empty. And then I really like Subtle, Latte, and Regal. Those are my favorites. Some have never been used at all. These really dark ones. I like dark eyeshadow, but I don't really go out enough to use a lot of dark eyeshadow, but I do love it. As far as brushes go, this is my brush sets, and they really are just crammed in here. The ones I really use are these three, and probably one or two of the eyeshadow ones. So the rest are just there as backups, and I am fine with that because I do need them for applying masks sometimes, or translucent powder sometimes, or different eyeshadow colors sometimes. So it's just good to have the backups. I probably still could purge them, but I'm just not going to worry about that right now. And then this is what I have in my purse, these lipsticks. I love this one. This is Cream Bare It All by Revlon. It's a really nice natural color. Sometimes though, I feel like if I over apply it, like if I do more than 2 layers, it starts to look orangey. So I like just 1 layer. And then I only wear it if I leave the house, because at home, obviously I'm not gonna wear that. I wear chapstick when I'm at home. This I'm gonna get rid of. This is cream blush. It's pretty. I love the shimmer. I love the color, but it comes off extremely easily. So I'm just gonna get rid of that. And then in my purse, I have this kind of a berry red lip gloss, and then this more brown lip gloss. And that's all I have in my purse. Chapstick, that lipstick I showed you, and these 2 glosses. And I probably use this the most right now because I feel like it just brings that needed color to my face when everything is more on the neutral, natural side. So those are my lip things, which is barely anything. And then as far as just little random stuff, I've got my eyelash serum. I've got my mascara. This is a backup mascara, just black, voluminous. I'm actually wearing this one today. This one is a fiber tartelette tubing mascara. I wear this most of the time in brown. And then I have this concealer that I use literally, like, it's called Derma Blend. I learned about it from Angie on Hot and Flashy. I'm not wearing any today, but I usually wear it every day. It is extremely high full coverage, so I use like a dot and then I rub that like crazy, and then I even spread more on another finger and put barely anything because it's very high coverage, but it doesn't ever crease, so that's why I like it. And these are probably to purge because I never use them. Lip liner and 1 eyeliner. I never ever use these. I probably should just purge them because I don't see myself ever going to use them. I'll keep the eyeliner in case for an evening out. The only skin stuff I use today, I'm using this L'Oreal True Match serum. It's a tinted serum. I haven't used this in a while, but I was like, let me try it and see what I think about it today, because it does have alcohol in it, so it's a little drying. And so if I get any dryness because of this today, I'm gonna toss this. My favorite is L'Oreal True Match. This is the W4 color, which I use. It's light medium. I wonder if this is what I'm supposed to be using right now. I've been using the W5 every day, and it's great right now. So I wonder when I'm tan if I'll need the next one up. But W5 is definitely a better match for me. I haven't touched the W4 in a long time. Probably need to toss this one. So that's all I have for foundation, those 2 bottles. And then as far as blush goes, I have 1 powder blush. Oh my goodness, that's funny. Ooh. I have 1 powder blush, Maybelline, and the color is, it's number 30, Rose. I love it. I try to do cream blush more than powder, but man, there's just something about the way the powder one like lands on the face. I use it with a very soft, loose brush so that it doesn't pile on one spot, and I think it's beautiful. And then this is the cream blush I have when I use it, which I haven't in a while. I've been on a powder blush kick. The Milk Makeup, and the color is Work, W-E-R-K, and it says lip and cheek, but I've never used it on my lips. Then I rarely use bronzer, but I have it as a backup. In fact, I wonder if this is expired. I've had it for a long time. I rarely use it. The only time I use it is if I feel like my foundation looks too, like up here, if it looks too, like you have foundation on, I'll spread it out as much as I can to just like take off as much as possible with this brush and just blend it. And then I look too white, I'll put a tiny bit of bronzer just here and here, like to make it look like sun-kissed on my head, forehead. So there's that. I do use a brow, whatever it's called. What is this called? Air brow, a brow thing, a little brush. And I think that's everything for makeup. I have bronzer drops, which I don't know how long I'll keep. I tried them a few times. The first time I used them, I didn't realize I looked like I had like a shimmering gold mask on. It was hilarious. If you've ever seen Spaceballs from the 90s with Mel Brooks, he's Yoda in that movie. It's like a comedy on Star Wars. He is Yoda and he has this gold face. That's how I kept saying, I'm Yoda, I'm Yoda. Not Yoda, Yogurt. His name's Yogurt in that movie, making fun of Yoda. So that's the makeup. That's all the makeup. As far as skincare goes, I cleanse my face in the morning with just regular CeraVe Gentle non-foaming face cleanser. I put a spray of this beautiful volcanic water all over my face. I really wonder if this calming thermal spring water that soothes, rebalances and calms has been the secret to helping me finally stop even the tiniest peeling from my retinoid, my tretinoin, which I have a prescription for, a subscription for with Curology. So I have been using tretinoin blended with trinexamic and niacinamide at the 0.05% level for a long time. And I feel like every time I overuse it, I peel or my skin gets irritated and I can't go up in strength. Well, that volcanic or that thermal spring water, I think may be the reason why I'm no longer struggling with that. And so I upped the strength to 0.07 and I'm still not struggling with it. So I'm hopeful that I can continue to up the strength if I continue to keep that in my skincare routine. And I'm going to keep on trying to get it to that 1%. It's been like 4 or 5 years and I still can't get past a certain strength in my tretinoin. So there's that. I every morning cleanse, use and I put on my Timeless Vitamin C. I only have 1 bottle of this. I follow that with my ordinary lactic acid. I have 1 bottle of this and I'll probably have to reorder within the next week or 2. And then I follow that with my coenzyme Q10 serum. And I have a good amount there. So that's all I do for my skincare in the morning. And then I follow that with sunscreen, of course. My usual go-to is this Korean Haru Haru Wonder Black Rice Moisture Airlift Daily Sunscreen. Very high protein, non-greasy, velvet finish. Excellent, excellent advertisement. It is a velvet finish. I love it. And then last year, Hector gifted me some spa treatment that I went to and they highly recommended this brand. So I bought this brand for sunscreen after the treatment I got, which proved to be a waste of time and money, but that's another story. And I like it, but it's my backup. If I run out, I'll use this until my restock gets in. It's fine. I don't have anything against this. It's just not like, this is a great sunscreen, you know. And then this is a fantastic sunscreen, but it's so expensive. I don't know if I'll get it again, but it is amazing. It's called Zoe Skin Health Smart Tone Broad Spectrum Sunscreen. So it comes out white, but then it doesn't leave any casting and it kind of matches your skin. And it has this beautiful shimmer, but not overly shimmery finish. It's not greasy or oily. Unless you rub it in too much, then it is. So I really love this. I've used it a lot. It's the only one I have, but it's $70 and I don't know if I'll get it again because that's a lot, too much. Not as mind-blowing as it needs to be for me to spend that much again. So that's all for my morning, and then I do my makeup, and then at night, again, cleanse my skin, spray my thermal spring water, and I do my Matrixyl serum. And well, first, before my Matrixyl serum, I do my green tea toner. So I let my thermal spring water dry, then I do my green tea toner, and then I do either, it depends what night it is. Some nights I'll do glycolic acid, which is another toner, then my Matrixyl, which is that pink bottle I just showed you, my Matrixyl serum. Some nights I will do, like last night, I did my thermal water, and then I did my Dead Sea mud mask. And then I did my Matrixyl, and I actually do my Curology, my tretinoin, after my Matrixyl right now, because even though you should put it on as your first skincare layer because it's the most powerful, the strongest, what you want working, I feel like I'm trying to minimize the strength. So I put the Matrixyl, I let that absorb and dry, and then I come back and do the Curology. I'm just experimenting when to put it on to avoid irritation. Either way, it's getting in there, but I don't want that irritation because I'll peel here and sometimes here. It's never awful. On those days, I usually just moisturize and don't put makeup on because the foundation will highlight it. You know, it mixes with the skin, and so you see like foundation accumulated on the skin that's peeling and it looks horrible. So I just won't put makeup on, or I'll only put makeup on like on the outside of my face and not around my nose. And then after the skincare nighttime, whether I go the glycolic acid route or the Curology route or the mask route, I'll do my just nightly moisturizer, which I have switched to e.l.f. I used to do the purple Olay, but I think the niacinamide in that was making my irritation worse. I think I may have had too much niacinamide in my products. So once I ran out of that and I used this because I had it, and then all the peeling went away, I thought, oh my goodness, it may have been the overdose of niacinamide that was causing me to become irritated so frequently. So I stopped using the purple one, and it's been minimal to non-existent since then. So I really think I might have found the main cause of the irritation and peeling. But, you know, sometimes things they happen again. And then I have just random stuff that I use rarely, but sometimes I use translucent powder. Like if I put on a new product or the bronzing drops and they're way too shimmery, I'll put a little bit of translucent powder on those shimmery spots to like tone them down, and it really helps. I have this primer that I never use, Smashbox. It's like the best primer, but I never use it. So we'll see. I'm gonna hang on to it a little longer. Maybe I'll experiment with it this week, see what I think about it. I have very little hyaluronic acid left, but I like to keep this for winter in case I start to feel dry. I'll put this on that night and just feel more moisturized. I have salicylic acid, which is excellent for just spot treatments if you get a blemish. So I love having that on hand. And sometimes I'll put it all over my face as a toner that night. If you don't know this about acids, when you put them on at night, like the glycolic acid or salicylic acid, the next morning when you wake up, you look immediately like just amazing. It's the acids. They're so impressive to me, how effective they are and how they really make you look awesome from one day to the next. It's fascinating. And then I did buy the snail mucin powder essence, and I didn't have a good experience with it. I don't like it. I got this brand from Amazon. Using just that much, I increased in dryness and not peeling or irritation, but just dryness. And I Googled to see if anyone else had the experience. Most people had the opposite experience. Very moisturizing, very luxurious and velvety. I started to peel. I started to feel dry. I did not peel. It was just like dry here. This seems to be my sensitive area. So I haven't touched it since because it was clearly this that was causing it. And then I'm giving that away to a friend. And then on occasion when I remember, I rarely remember, but I want to do better about it, I try a little bit of castor oil on my skin, just a very, very, very little bit. Sometimes I'll put it in my foundation, like a tiny dab, and mix it up just for the extra moisture. But it's very moisturizing, and I think it would be really nice, especially in the winter now that it's getting extra cold. It might be nice to have that extra moisture. And then I use this lip mask at night. Sometimes I use this, sometimes I just put chapstick on right before bed. It just feels nice to have extra moist lips in the morning. And then I love my vitamin E for my cuticles. I have this delicious rose oil that I put on sometimes instead of lotion on my arms and legs. So fragrant and wonderful. But those are just random little things I have that people have given me or that I don't necessarily use every day. So I'm purging, and I'm glad about it. And I even chose to get rid of a few extra things making this video. So this is to inspire you to purge your makeup and skincare area. Only keep what you use, only keep what makes sense. Don't buy new stuff unless you need it, and enjoy taking care of yourself. It's such a nice feeling. God bless you guys, and see you next time.